Hey everyone, welcome to the Roaming Barista Mocha Pot Guide. So let's start down with the usual, the rundown of the equipment. Bunsen burner stand and Bunsen burner. Espresso cup preheating. And this is the three parts of the actual mocha pot. So we have the filter here, the bottom here where the water goes, and then the top that contains the final product of coffee. So I'll just leave this detached, and the first thing we're going to do is take out the filter, and we just set that aside, and we're going to fill up the water. So we're going to be using 340 milliliters of water on this particular mocha pot, and that just comes right under the release valve that you can kind of see on the outside. And it may have just been a little too much. There we go. All right, now that we have that set, what we're going to do is we're just going to set that water that's inside the base aside. All right, and now we'll prepare the filter. So to prepare the filter, we're going to be using 26 grams of coffee. So I'm just going to weigh that out. All right. A lot of shuffling around, but the next things up is we are going to set our grinder. And for the mocha pot, I suggest a grind that is slightly finer than drip. So on this MCAP M4 that I'm using here, that's about one number ring lower than drip. As you'll notice here, I grind directly into the basket, much like you would do for espresso, grinding directly into the portafilter. Just be careful how much you settle, because it can easily fit a lot more than 26 grams in the basket. It depends on how hard you settle, so it may look a little bit deceptively low. And just an important reminder, although it looks kind of like the basket of an espresso machine, do not tamp it. The mocha pot is not designed to deal with a puck that is that dense. It'll actually, if you tamp it, it has a good chance of popping the release valve. So now that we have our coffee all set and we have the mocha pot reassembled, we will get ready to set it up. So just turn the heat up to high. If you're using a stovetop burner, then it's probably going to be medium high. And we're just going to hit the clock. Okay, so now we have a top view. So this total process should take about 5 minutes start to finish, depending on how fast it takes your water to heat up. So we're actually going to go ahead and skip towards the end. So this is about 4 minutes, 45 seconds now into it. And we're going to see that the coffee is beginning to come out. So right as the coffee begins to come out, I like to lower the heat to about 50% of what it was. So for me, it's lowering it from high to medium. If you're on the stovetop, it may be from medium high to medium low, something like that. And what we're going to do is we're going to wait as it approaches the very base of the spout. And right as it hits the base of the spout, we're going to turn off the heat altogether. So it's right about now, right at the beginning of the spout. And so we're turning off the heat, and the residual heat is actually going to carry this extraction all the way to the end. So the reason for lowering the heat is that we really don't want it to be the water to be bursting out of the bottom from start to finish, and we really want to kind of temper that heat and temper that pressure, because remember, controlling the heat is also controlling the pressure and the rate at which the water is coming up from the bottom. If the heat is on full blast the whole way through, then it'll definitely be splattering out. So now that we're finished, we're going to go ahead and pour the mocha pot. So if you're using a stovetop burner, especially an electric one, you might want to take it off the actual burner because it will continue to heat the mocha pot even after. So we're just going to go ahead and pour. Of course, pour carefully, especially if you're pouring from such a high distance. And that's pretty much it. So enjoy, guys. For more information on mocha pot preparation, please visit the link in the description below. Thank you for watching.